I do think that's the overarching issue in all these dating shows and reality shows in general.
People. I saw this article and it coincided because I've been binging Bachelor in Paradise, which I do think is a very fun season. And then I saw an article about dating shows that Netflix has put out, and it made me realize something that I hadn't really considered, because during the pandemic, Netflix has put out a bunch of reality TV dating shows. Love is Blind, The Circle. Not The Circle, it's not dating, it's just reality TV. Love is Blind, Sexy Beast, and what was the other one that we watched with Francesca?
Too Hot to Handle.
Too Hot to Handle. And they pointed out that like all of these shows are very anti-sex. And in a way that like I hadn't really realized, because Love is Blind is literally like the idea is finding your partner without seeing them or knowing what they look like, so removing any sort of physical attraction. Too Hot to Handle is literally bringing people who are all like super keen to fuck and being like, you actually can't have sex. And then Sexy Beast, similarly, I don't know if you ever ended up watching it. I know you were excited.
One episode, it was like meh.
Is also like a don't build a relationship based off of
looks,
sex appeal.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Netflix, why don't you want people to fuck?
I think it's about reframing. I think it's trying to, I mean, don't prioritize sex. I like that they're doing that and showing people build a relationship before you fuck. So you
okay, well, riddle me this though.
Okay.
Because this was also brought up.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, so a lot of these are done under the guise of like, it's your personality that matters. But then everyone who's on the show is conventionally attractive. So there's actually no stakes at all. It's not going to punish you or reward you for choosing the personality. They're all going to be fucking hot.
Yeah. I do think that's the overarching issue in all these dating shows and reality shows in general, except for The Circle. And that wasn't about dating, right?
Well, and that's because they're the only people who are, they're picking a variety of people from different locations and age ranges and races and ability. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But it's not a dating show. It's just about connecting as humans.
Yeah. Dating shows need to add in more ugly people.
And Netflix needs to let people fuck. Because even if like what they're doing is, you know, saying get to know people, which is a totally fine message, they're also kind of placing like a, they're basically saying like you're a better person if you're saying no to fucking. Like Too Hot to Handle is like, you can't get to know a person romantically if you're having sex, is kind of the underlying message. And that's not true. And we talk about that all the time, where it's like actually sex appeal and your physical relationship in a partnership is just as important, and it should be treated that way. You know what I mean? Like, I love the idea, but is it an overcorrection?
I don't know. I think there should be a study on these shows, honestly.
I don't know.
There's so many dating shows at this point that it should be an interest of researchers.
Well, here's what I would say. I would accept if someone did like a longitudinal study on the success of the relationships from these Netflix shows versus your typical like Love Island or Bachelor, where it is more sex-based. Yeah.
I would say, do we know any? Ooh, Cameron and Too Hot to Handle has a couple
still together.
Couples, yeah. Like
I don't remember any of them other than Francesca and Harry, and they're broken up.
Yeah. Well,
I still want Harry on the show.
Yeah.
And Francesca.
Yeah.
And Chloe.
Yeah. Wait,
Chloe was very fun. Well, Chloe's now like Chloe. Netflix's like darling. She's on every single show. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really want her on.
She's so funny. She just seems like she'd be a really nice time to chat with.
Yeah. We'll have a good chat.
Well, and that's the thing too, though. Like even these shows where it's like they have a great personality. I'm like, all of these people have the personality of Wonder Bread. They're all cookie cutter versions of each other. So like, why are we not getting more diversity then?
Yeah.
If it really is personality, give me a range of personality.